Welcome back to Houston Life. George Lopez is back in prime time, starring with his real-life daughter, Mayan, on the NBC series Lopez vs. Lopez.
Derek, I got to chat with the hilarious pair all about their heartwarming comedy ahead of next Tuesday's big season finale.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the end of a marriage that should have ended 10 years ago.
Thanks for making me your worst man. And your maid of dishonor.
We really do need more friends.
The show is hilarious, it's heartwarming, and for viewers who are just tuning in, why don't you give us a little bit of a summary ahead of next week's big finale?
Well, much like, relationships in real life, Mayan and George Lopez's relationship are strained, and we're trying to reconcile. I think some of my methods have not always been above board, and, trying to get somebody back in your life and then having to own up to your responsibility in the relationship is a great place. Tension creates great comedy, and we've had quite a bit of tense moments in this first season, and they've all paid off really big and huge laughs. And so far, the shows that people have seen, they love the show, and these last two episodes are no exception to that.
Hey, it's so relatable. And Mayan, I know you must get asked this all the time, but working with your dad, question, did he have to bribe you to be a part of the show, or do you guys truly have as much fun in real life as it comes through on the series?
We both immediately said yes. And so there was no hesitation. I think I don't know if we knew exactly what we were getting into, because some things about the show which make it great is that it does get real, and it really is things that have really happened to us. And so some of those moments have been hard, but then those moments have also allowed us to have these real conversations off screen and rebuild our relationship. And so it's been a beautiful and unique journey, and we're able to laugh and do it together.
Mayan, you guys actually have a Houston connection on the show. Bryce Gonzalez, he plays your son Chance. He's one half of the popular TikTok duo Inky Boys, and he's a Houstonian. Yeah, his dad passed away earlier this year, but I know you guys had some very special words for such an amazing person just gone too soon.
I mean, that's all how we found out about Bryce was with Randy. And their dynamic as father and son, the uniqueness, they probably looked the same age at that time. And it was just this thing where guys were sending me things about them on Instagram and TikTok. And when the show became on the boards, like, I called Randy personally and asked him if, they would consider being on this show. And God rest his soul.
Yeah, one of the most talented young actors that I have ever seen. The things that he does at 7 years old. He's just a talent, and it's a huge part in thanks to Randy.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of Houston, George, you're finally bringing your stand-up show back to Houston. We've been begging you for a while now. June 25th, Smart Financial Center. What can fans look forward to that live show?
Well, these times, it's not political anymore. It's just having fun, mortality and living and family relationships. And, my grandmother's kind of been my muse through the last 40 plus years of doing stand-up. And I think people that come to Houston are going to see what they've always seen and felt and loved since the first time I rolled into Houston in 1984.
George, one last question. My husband and I got married about 6 months ago. He is Hispanic. Now, I need a little bit of advice. If we get into an argument, what is one Mexican dish I need to know how to make on standby to smooth things over?
There's tres leches, very difficult, but, at the level of the argument. But there's also sweet bread, and there's, you can't ever go wrong with some carnitas. I think it's some just simple, say it with carnitas and corn flour.
Carnitas and corn flour. That's how I will say it. That's how I will say I love you and I'm sorry. Lo siento with carnitas and corn flour. Well, Lopez versus Lopez, the season finale is set to air next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on KPRC2. Make sure to tune in for this funny family affair. George, Mayan, we appreciate your time and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.